Good morning, everyone. I'm gonna start early. I'm not gonna wait until this thing ends. Boop, boop, boop. Stop. Okay. Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing? We're doing some more art today. I don't know. I just feel like I've been in an artsy mood lately, and I've been wanting to stream. I want to stream some more art, and that's what we're doing. And I'm glad that I'm doing it because, streaming art has been motivating me to draw a lot more. And have fun deadlocking, Avery. Good luck on your games. And hello, Distilled as well. Well, thank you for the thank you for the offerings, the daily offerings for today. Hello, Distilled. How are you doing? Some of you guys may realize that my mouse tracking and my mouse is no, not my mouse. My model tracking is quite stiff today. It's because I'm using mouse tracking and voice activated like mouth tracking. So I can actually like draw and look like I'm still like alive without without losing my model tracking. So that's why it's stiff. Hope you guys don't mind. I think it's a lot better this way when I do art streams anyway. So I just set it up before stream and it's working pretty well, honestly. It's working really well. But yeah, hopefully everyone's doing good. Once again, these streams are just like chill, and if you just want to hang out and talk and or have me in the background while you play games or whatever, feel free to. You're not obligated to talk, or are you ever in any of my streams? But I'll be trying to focus on doing some, I don't know, some sketches, some studies. Who knows what I'm gonna do today? I just want to draw. I don't expect this to be a very long stream, so hopefully your mornings or afternoons or evening, whatever time of day it is. Thank you for stopping by, you guys. I legit woke up the moment stream started. Nice. That's hype. That's hype. That's hype. That's hype. Oh my god, you were a pain in my ass last night, Distilled in Overwatch. You're a pain in everyone's ass with your freaking Hammond. That's crazy. That was so fun. That was so much fun, though. I'm not gonna lie. That was a lot of fun. Thank you for playing with us. I don't know. I think Vico really enjoyed it. I think Vico really enjoyed playing Overwatch. I don't think he'll ever admit that. I don't know. I don't think he'll not admit. I don't think he'll like play it again, but hopefully he enjoyed playing with you guys after we all left. It's just too good. Honestly, what is it? Like 400, 300 hours on Hammond? On the Wrecking Ball? That's insane. Who does that? Who does that? That's weird, dude. That's weird. You're weird. That's strange. It was so fun. It was so fun. Who am I to say? All I play is literally just Orisa, and that's it. I just play Orisa and I just like run it down. Hold W and run it down. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, I know I had a lot of fun. Everyone had a lot of fun. It was fun when I just like, well, I found it fun. Roni probably didn't find it too much fun, but it was fun because I started to just like, at one point during the match, I just started targeting Roni, and it was so funny, guys. I don't like Widowmakers, and I will make I don't care if they're my friend. I will make every Widowmaker's life a living hell if I can. I don't like widows, guys, and I'm gonna target every single widow that I see in my games. I'm sorry. It's just how it is. I hope you guys understand. He didn't. He didn't enjoy the few games we played after all because my MMR was too high, but in house is always fun. Yeah, that's probably why. That's too bad. Well, I hope he enjoyed playing with you guys nonetheless. Not so much like the last few games. I think he did. I played a lot of Hammond in Overwatch 1. I stopped playing as much when Overwatch 2 because one tank was pain. I watched it happen a few times, yeah. No, it was all in good fun. I'd say. I've also been in a Overwatch mood lately. Like I'll play Overwatch when my friends ask me if I want to play with them. If I'm not busy, that is. I just if you guys didn't know, I the only few like competitive shooters that I played, like actually played, is Overwatch, Apex, and Valorant. I'll play Valorant only with like Vico. I don't play it off stream. I play it with like Vico and that's it. I don't know. I like doing custom lobbies. I'm not really into like learning how to actually play Apex. It's just not my thing. I think it's fun playing with friends. If another friend of mine, say like I don't know, V-Rise or God forbid like Chris, even I know Chris doesn't like Apex too much unless he's playing with friends as well. I'll play with them, but by myself, nah. I don't think I can do it. But Overwatch really has been my only like competitive like FPS game that I've played lately that I am willing to play like off stream as well. I don't. Did I say that I won't play it off stream? I said no. I meant that I will play it off stream as well sometimes if I really feel like it. With Valorant though, I played that game like so much like back in the day. Like maybe last time I seriously played Valorant was like God, maybe almost 3 years ago now. Never again. I hate Valorant. I hate what it's become. Like every like it's bad when a game that you used to enjoy every time you like play it, even with like people you enjoy playing with, like friends, you just can't enjoy yourself playing the game. It's terrible. It's terrible. And that's when I kind of figured out like, yeah, maybe Valorant is just like not it anymore. It just sucks. It just sucks to play, and the fun is so drained. Like all the fun is drained with like these terrible lobbies with these terrible people on in your lobbies, and the community around Valorant is just so cringe in my opinion. I don't care if you're a Valorant player or if you're like Valorant. I'm gonna say that I think Valorant has one of the most cringe player bases ever. And I will stand by that because I used to play that game religiously. But I'm not a fan of what it's become. Honestly, not a fan. That's why I kind of stopped playing it. And the game is just so unbearable to play. Like it's just bad. Yeah, yeah. I never really play competitive games alone. I've only played Overwatch alone, but that's in custom games like Ball, Parkour, or Lucio Surf. Yeah, I enjoy playing with friends. Like same with like literally every game I play that's like multiplayer. If I'm not playing with friends, then I really don't like playing multiplayer games by myself. Monster Hunter is exempt because it can also be just like a single player game. I've always been more of a single player gamer myself, if that makes sense. Like always, I've always, I've always have been. I'd really like Valorant. I've only played with my friend, and thank God she stopped playing. Yeah, it's just so bad. I mean, it's the same with Overwatch, and it's the same with like all competitive shooters. The only meta that you care about is for like competitive play, and it's fine. I think I've talked about this like a little bit in a past stream where I talked about like Overwatch and stuff. Like whenever they patch shit, it's always for like competitive play, and that's fine. But it's with Valorant, it's gotten to the point where it's like super unbearable. It just sucks. Yeah, I've only really played multiplayer games with people. Monster Hunter exception. Yes, 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 yes. But yeah, no, I love my single player games. I love that shit. It's so fun. I've been really wanting to. Maybe we'll play a little bit of Near Replicant after I kind of get sick of uh doing some art. But I've been wanting to get back into playing some Near Replicant because of some of the recent developments in the Near community. Also, if you guys don't know, it was announced that there's gonna be a new Evangelion anime directed by Yoko Taro and announced that the music will be composed by Kiichi Okabe, which is also Nier Automata. Nier Automata's like musical composer. So even if you don't really like Yoko Taro, it's like whatever. It might be like I don't know. I know he'll do a good job with it. He's a big fan of Hideaki Anno, one of his biggest inspirations. Literally, Nier Automata is a love letter to Evangelion. A lot of people probably don't know that, but if you're not too much of a fan of his work, whatever. But I think that since its music will be composed by Keiichiro Okabe anyways, I think it's worth the watch. It's worth the hype. Genuinely, guys. Like I'm excited. I'm very excited for the new Evangelion anime. I don't know what it really spells for like the lore because with its most recent movie that came out like many years ago, it said it was going to be the end of the end of Evangelion, like literally. But does that mean that all that is bullshit? Like what kind of story are they gonna follow? Is this gonna be like new characters or is it gonna be like I'm interested in what they're gonna do with the series. So it's very interesting to see that they decided to like sort of give the reins to Yoko Taro to I don't know. I saw some of that in the Discord. Yes, the I'm so excited. Yeah, I sent Vico the I'm probably sure if you guys were in his stream yesterday when I sent him the anime teaser, he showed it on stream to you guys. I'm very excited for the art direction that they're taking because it looks good. If it's one thing, if it's one thing that Yoko Taro is good at, it's just like visuals alone. Like it's just like setting up a scene, no dialogue, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's just like that caught my eye. And as someone who hasn't really like even finished Evangelion, I'm so excited for this. I think it's an incentive for me as a fan of Yoko Taro's work that, you know what, since he's doing this, I'm gonna finish the first like Evangelion series and then start watching the movies. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that and like talk about it on stream. I don't know. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I've always started like watching Evangelion and then I'm like I kind of get distracted and I lose track of like where the series is going. And then I end up like restarting the anime like a few times because I'm just so lost in the show. I feel like it's one of those animes where if you're watching it, you really, really have to pay attention. But that's just a me problem, honestly. It's not even about the anime. God knows it's not about the anime. The anime is amazing, right? But it's just me with my terrible attention span and why I can't really, why I haven't really been watching anime. Because a lot of the anime that I do want to watch is very story heavy and not even like something that you can watch casually. You have to like really pay attention or else you just won't get it. So, and I just don't have the time in my day to like sit down and really pay attention to watching anime. Uh, I've never been too into Evangelion or Nier, but it does look really cool. Yeah, I mean, if you have like a little bit of an interest in Nier Automata at all, or like any of the Nier games, media, whatever, it's never a bad time to start. Like anytime. Like I feel like if something about the franchise interests you, I don't know, like consume a little bit of it, and that's kind of how I started with it. I think it's one of the better ones like in terms of franchises, in terms of fan bases. I know I'm not saying that the Nier fan base is like all that great. I consider myself a part of it for like the better half of a decade, and uh, bro, it's so we're so down bad about like getting a new game and all that shit, and like I don't know, but it's good. Despite all that, I think if you really want to get into it, you should really play Nier Automata or Nier Replicant like one time in your life. You'll have I can guarantee you the Paro guarantee is that you will have fun playing those games. And if that's all you want to do, that's fine too. Let me read up in chat. Sorry, I've just been rambling. I'm so sorry, guys. Uh, Still trying to do a proof of a hero alone, and I keep dying at Arkfeld, dude. I've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter off stream as well, and I've just been trying to like do the same thing as Comfy, where I'm like trying to solo Arkfeld, and it's so hard. And I saw Comfy sing. It took them 30 minutes to take it down by themselves, and I'm like, bro, bro. After failing like twice in a row at Arc Temper Arkfeld, I'm just like, I can't do this. I don't have the dedication. I'm just gonna like try again tomorrow because I can't be sinking like 2 hours of my time trying to beat this fucking dragon, bro. I'd like to apologize about what I've said about horses recently. I forgive you. It's fine. You know, you said that at the heat of the moment. I forgive you. It's okay. You're okay, Jimmy. I know you didn't mean it. I know you said it for the bit. So, but it did. I will say that it did hurt my feelings. So that's not gonna be taken away. That's not gonna be taken lightly. Just watch what you say about horses, or I'm gonna be very angry at you. It's so annoying. I've beaten him like twice solo, and each time is like 35 minutes. He has so much HP. He has so. It's not even that his like attacks are too hard to dodge. Like after you've like fought him like I don't know a good number of times, you just understand his like attack pattern and everything. Like you know how to dodge and everything. Whatever. His attacks aren't that bad, and it's not like he like one shots you like a significant amount of the time. It's just that the problem with that is like he is a bit of an HP sponge, in my opinion. Like if you don't go back and restock your healing items, you're not gonna beat him. At least I've found. Like I've gotten pretty close and I've had to restock like once or twice. Like you just it's literally just like attrition. It's just like you have to outlast the guy. Yeah, it was sit from a place of anger. I've since calmed down. I hope so. That was really fucked up of you to say. I just don't want to surround myself with people that have a negative view on horses. It's just really messed up. You know what I mean? It's just like bad mojo. I don't want to be surrounded by those kind of people. You know what I mean? I figured using Mending Mantle is so useful, but it's like borderline invulnerability for like 20 seconds and 10-minute cooldown. Yeah. Jimmy, that's messed. It is so messed up, dude. Like it took it took so much out of me to just forgive the guy, but just know that Although I do forgive, I don't forget quite as easily. You know, just comments like that, dude. It's just like when you're trying to have a good time, it just takes you out of having a good time. Can't believe you. I thought like as your dear friend, Jimmy, you'd like respect my hobbies and my interests, and yet you spit in my face every chance you get. And I think that's just so like messed up. You know what I mean? You know what monster I just really don't like fighting in Monster Hunter Wilds? It's the how do you even say his name? Like Sir Gegios, the one that like inflicts. I think it's bleeding or something. I don't know what status effect it does, but like every time you like move and shit or use stamina, it like drains your life. And that motherfucker, like at a 9-star rating, I fucking hate that bitch. Like, there's so many times where I would just do a field survey and I would like, oh, I just want to like, hunt monsters. And it's just like three Seregioses like running around in the open world. And I'm like, okay, I'll just fight one of them, whatever. And I just have a terrible time fighting them like all the time. And it's never a fun fight either. Like, why did they make this like fucking like maybe it's a skill issue. It probably is. This like seemingly like mid tier. It's not even like a boss level fucking like guy. It's just like a normal ass monster, and it just like rolls my ass every fucking time. I don't understand. Why is it so hard? Why is it so hard? And I do like SOS calls and everything, like support characters and shit. Like I don't try and do it alone. Not with Sir Regios. But that shit is so hard, bro. Like why they make it so hard? I know at a certain point I'm probably gonna want to collect all the armor pieces and all the weapon sets for the game, and I'm gonna want to like, and I'm gonna want to farm his materials, but it's so fucking hard to like kill the guy solo. It's so annoying. No, he pisses me off. He pisses me off so hard. Chat, like I don't know why they made that fight so annoying. I want to be a better person. I'm trying to be a better person. It's just the alcohol. Dude, get your shit together, man. I ain't your mom. I ain't your mother. Yeah, he does attack so fast. And the fact that he like if you don't have good positioning, and that goes for like every monster, but I feel like with Seregios, if you really don't have good positioning while fighting the guy, you're screwed. You're so screwed.
Ryan Z. Kaijuber subscribed to your channel for 5 months.
Hello, Riri. How are you doing? Thank you for the 5 months. How are you doing today? Welcome in. I'm just chilling today, doing some more arts, doing some more drawing. I've been very motivated to draw lately. I don't want to make her too big chested. I'm doing well, thank you. I'm glad you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by. It's always nice to see you guys tuning into my really early streams as well. I know that for a lot of you, it's probably not too early for you guys. It's probably like midday. But I think this works out well, you know? This works out well. Regardless. Very grateful for people who get to tune in most of the time when I just don't like really announce when I'm gonna stream. As someone who just doesn't have a consistent like schedule and just streams whenever I feel like it. I'm very happy when I see people are able to like catch my streams and just seemingly have their notifications in. Hello, Ufi. How are you doing? Hi, Paro in chat. I just woke up. Good morning. Good morning, Ufi. We're just drawing today. We're just sketching. I'm just drawing like a random character. I don't know who the fuck this is. I just wanted to draw like an elf girl. There was like... I've always been really into like drawing long-eared characters, and I don't know. I don't know what it is. I like long ears. It's a good character design that I really enjoy drawing a lot. How are you today, Ufi? Hopefully you're having a good day today. You've eaten breakfast and had your coffee or tea or whatever you like to have as your beverage for the morning. I don't know. What do you guys like to have when you wake up? I don't know. Do you guys like to? I know a lot of people don't like to have breakfast, but if you do, and if you like to drink like coffee or tea or like juice or whatever, what is your preference to for morning food? I don't know. Banana is crucial for me in a dream. Hold on. I also love big. I'm eating your canvas regardless. Whoa. I also love big pointy elf ears. Yeah. A banana is crucial for me in a dream world. I'd eat a watermelon or a cantaloupe every morning. Ooh, that's very interesting. Even though a watermelon and a cantaloupe isn't too filling, I think that would make for a good breakfast food. Honestly. Hello, Rumor. Thank you for the offering of 17 teeth to the parish. Thank you so much. I'm in a bagel binge lately, but I'm always a coffee drinker. Oh, me too. I love coffee in the morning. On the off day that I don't drink coffee, it's the tea is the alternative. But if I don't get to have any of those, then it's safe to say that I'm not gonna have a very good day. I gotta have like at least one of the two drinks for me to have an enjoyable start to the day. I started eating very, very light breakfast and I don't feel hungry in the day. Yeah. But the vitamins are the most important, I find. Yeah, it's good to have your supplements. I try to have like a little something before I get started on doing the shit that I need to do for the day. Even if it's like a piece of fruit or like I don't know, like a yogurt or something. I don't like to have too big of a breakfast and then because then I feel like then you get that full feeling and then you'd want to like go back to bed and you're just sleepy and I don't know. It's good to just have like enough to get your energy going and then hold you over for lunch. I think eating too much in the morning is not good for you. Lunch is where you have actually like a full meal, and then after lunch you can like take it easy for a little bit. You know, sort of like relax, not do too much. And there's dinner. You can definitely eat a lot during dinner, but eating habits are different for everyone, right? Dinner is when you go crazy. Exactly, 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 exactly. Also, for those of you just tuning in, I have mouse tracking on my VTuber model. That's why I'm a little bit stiffer today with my movements, just so that you can actually like draw and have my model moving at the same time, and I don't lose tracking. Because I found that um, I tend to just like lose tracking whenever I just draw. So I think it's better this way. And I just set this up before I started the stream, so it seems to be working well, and I'm very happy with it. I love me a morning grilled cheese. Ooh, grilled cheese sounds good. But for me, a grilled cheese is usually a lunch or a dinner meal. But if I'm feeling real peckish in the morning, yeah, why not? A grilled cheese sounds great. Dinner's when you go crazy. I that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I got distracted. Let's draw the rest of her body. Um, Grilled cheese with tomato soup. Ooh, that sounds really good, you guys. Breakfast food is the best at dinner. Oh, I agree. Like having pancakes and bacon for dinner, goated combo. There's been many times where I just would like make pancakes, fried eggs, scrambled eggs, like typical breakfast foods for dinner instead of like a more prepared meal. I don't know. I just it's just good indulgence sometimes. You know what I mean? It's good for the soul having breakfast at dinner. It's good to keep your body on its toes, I guess. I don't know. I'd make scrambled eggs at 3 a.m. when I first moved out just to feel free and powerful. You know what? Like, when you got your own place and you don't got parents to get mad at you, asking, why the fuck are you in the kitchen making eggs at 3 a.m. in the morning? You take that opportunity and you fucking do it. That's awesome. I do that so often now though. Like just making food at like ungodly times of the nights. It's good. Maybe it's bad for your body, whatever your circadian rhythm, but I've always followed the philosophy of when I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat. Like I don't care if it's like I really don't care if it's like like 5 a.m. or whatever, or like I don't know, 1 in the morning. I'm gonna eat when I'm hungry, and I'm not just gonna sleep it unless I'm like really lazy and like whatever. But I'm gonna make myself something, whether anyone likes it or not, because I'm hungry and I want to eat. This arm is like way too thin. Need some more girth in our arms. I'm trying to draw anatomy based off memory. So forgive me if, like my anatomy absolutely sucks. I know it sucks. Don't be too harsh on me. I'm trying my best. I'm not really using too much reference. When I draw, I feel like it just takes away from like my focus when I have to look up every time to see if I'm doing something right. Uh, it's good to train your mind. Do a lot of your studying like when you're not drawing, just to see what you can remember. Sometimes you gotta keep things spicy. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Oh, that hand is just not good, chat. That hand is just not good. For the artists in chat, did you guys ever Buldak at 5 a.m.? Oh my god, dude! Like, don't even get me started. I love that shit. Anyways, I was gonna ask for the artists in chat, or you know what, anyone who's ever drawn even. You know how hard it was to like draw like hands. Especially when you were just learning how to start to draw. Whenever you wanted to draw like a full body thing for your character, you guys ever just like hide the hands behind the character, like behind their back? I did that so much. Like I feel like that's a very unoriginal experience for a lot of artists to hide the hand behind their character's back just to avoid drawing the hand. I believe hands were the reason I never got into drawing. I just saw it as another challenge, honestly. But I get it, yeah. Hands are such a complicated part of the human body. And that there's so much little shapes to it, but honestly, when you break it down, I'm not the greatest at drawing like hands at different positions or angles. Even to this day, I still struggle with drawing hands a lot. But really, when you break down a hand into its basic shapes, then you can really just sort of get like the feel of what usually what they look like. honestly. But don't come to me on advice on how to draw hands. I just bullshit my way. Most of the things I do when it comes to art, I try to find a shortcut, and it will not be an orthodox way of doing things. It'll be a Paro way of doing things. I don't know how to draw hands. I don't know how to do most things in art. I am self-taught. I don't know. I'm very technically, when it comes to art, I'm very technically undisciplined. My techniques when it comes to like literally doing anything in art is probably the most inefficient way you've ever seen anyone do anything when it comes to drawing, as you can probably see. And if really I followed like fundamentals and all that shit, I'd probably have a better time, a better go at how I like at least my process or whatever would be a lot more efficient. But I'm just not. I don't know. I just listen to my heart and I go, I want to draw this, and then I draw it, and then if it's good, it's good. If it's not, then who cares? I never want to be the best at something. I just want to be good enough for something that makes me happy doing it. So when asking Paro for art advice, I will try and give it to you, but it'll be a very Paro way of doing things. It's probably not the most efficient way. So if you have a hard time after taking my advice, I'm so sorry. Like, genuinely so sorry. That's why it's just a good rule of thumb to just not ask me for advice when it comes to art. You'll have a hard time doing things the Parokia way. My computer was going fuck you Lucky just as you were shitting on your anatomy. I was gonna scream. Your art is literally so tasty. I'll kill you. Truth nuke. You know, I'm always gonna be my worst critic, you guys. It's holding myself to a certain standard that I think keeps me motivated to keep drawing. Well, like I said, like if you're coming to me for art advice, oh, you're not gonna. It's not gonna be good for you. I'm so sorry. Go to someone else. The way I learn how to do things in art has been a culmination of like so many years of just absolute bullshit. It's just like, how do you draw legs? How do you draw arms? How do you draw bodies and torsos? I don't know. I just bullshit my way into like these shapes or whatever. And they're like, Paro, you're so good at drawing. And I'm like, thank you. It's so nice of you to say. But literally, I mean, I say these things truthfully, guys. There's no right or wrong way to do art. You can be the most classically trained, technically like perfected artist, or you could be just like starting off learning how to draw, and you'd still be making art and it's fine. You'd still be making art, and That's beautiful, honestly. There's no right or wrong way, guys. It's also never too late to start drawing. Quite honestly. I'm just not gonna draw her legs. You know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna draw her legs. I'm gonna give her robot legs. You know what? Y'all have never seen an elf girl looking thing. I should give her pants so that Twitch doesn't like ban me for drawing naked women on stream. Give her pants. Give her pants. Pants. What would they look like here? Pants. She has pants. Twitch. She's not naked. There's no naked women on my stream. This is not something that you can ban me for now. I promise. Please don't ban me. I need this platform to eat. Consider subscribing to me, by the way, chat. No, I'm just kidding. TOS dodging. She has pants, guys. She has pants. She has pants. Look at all these pants that she's got. This is the most pants thing you've ever seen in your freaking life. How is it gonna look? Like this. Kind of like, I don't know, fucking like Daisy Dukes or some shit. That's good enough, I think. Remember the single day Twitch had artistic nudity? I don't remember that. That was a thing. For what? For what purpose? Why? Why did they do that? I mean, I'm all for artistic nudity, but why did they suddenly do that for like a single day? Empty your pockets. For what purpose? Empty your pockets now. For what purpose? She's just bad as hell. I don't know. I don't know, guys. She's just bad as hell. Like, can you get mad at me for drawing ladies bad as hell? I'm a simple person. I'm a simple individual. Empty the contents of thy pantaloons. For what purpose? For what purpose? I've always been a kid who really enjoyed drawing like mechanical things because it's so easy to bullshit anatomy when you're drawing like mechs or like robots with humanoid proportions, and you don't really know how to like draw real bodies. So like as a kid, when I drew like real bodies, I like to substitute parts of the body that I didn't know how to draw with like robot shit. And since it was mechanical, I can like bullshit my way into like making abstract shapes, and you know, it's kind of like how it's probably a reason why I'm not too keen or too adept at drawing like really good anatomy, just because like, hey, I would draw using like nuts and bolts and I don't know, fucking whatever. But I drew a lot of Gundams when I was a kid, and it shaped my what do you say, like my tastes in character design for a long time. I'm a big fan of like mechanical looking or designs that have like a lot of mechanical like parts that you can just see exposed. Uh it was like a new rule which wasn't really clear and people took it as you're allowed to stream with nude models and draw corn. And after that day it was hella tightened down and had to clearly say your models don't freaking count, man. Oh, really? Par, I'm gonna borrow your character for a quick random art challenge. I decided to do while watching you draw. Do it. Do it. If you guys ever want to like draw my character and you want to post it, or if you ever want to draw my model and post it online or whatever on Twitter, feel free to tag me or use my art tag, which is like Parusining. Parusining. It's just this. Or just send it to me. I don't know. I'll appreciate it. I love getting fan art. I love getting fan art so much. Because I draw a lot of fan art of my friends as well. But yeah, if you guys ever want to draw me or whatever, like literally, use my art tag or just tag me. Or what do you call it? Yeah, just tag me. I'm trying to think of like another word, but it's just tagging. A mutual and a friend of mine, Evening Contemplation, who frequents getting commissioned by Neverlivers. We love like commissioning art from her. Evening Contemplation recently drew a horse paro, like a paro with a horse head. And if you guys haven't seen it, I'll show it to you. Is it this one? Yeah, I'll just use this. I'll show it to you guys. I think you guys would really enjoy this. Quite honestly. Illustrations, fan art. Do I have it in here? No, I actually didn't save it. Hold on a sec, guys. Oh, someone joined my thing. Thank you for joining the Discord server, Rumor. Hello, how are you doing? Hello, Rumor. Here, let me save this actually into save image. Can't believe I didn't get to save this in my thing, guys. Let me save the fan art into my fan art folder on my freaking thing. Oops, it's the wrong one. Not work files. Save it here. I'll just show you guys. It is right here. Look at it. So my good friend and regular commission artist of Neverlive, Evening Contemplation, drew this, and it's one of the funniest things because I absolutely love it so much. It reminds me of a Filipino like mythical creature called Atikbalang, which is literally just like a humanoid entity with a horse head. And they're known to like kidnap people if they ever leave their like windows open at night, and that's their whole thing. And also, like another fun fact about tikbalangs in Filipino mythology. Have you guys ever experienced like a sun shower? You know, I think it's like in like Western cultures, it's often said that if there's sun showers when it's like sunny and it's raining, the devil is like beating his wife or whatever. I don't know, something like that, or something something along those lines. But in Filipino mythology, sun showers are often thought of as tikbalangs having a wedding. So there's male and female ones, and then when it's a rain shower, that means somewhere a tikbalang is getting married. I think it's pretty cool. I love this art so much. It's one of my favorite things. I love horses, guys. I hope I get my point across when I say that if you ever draw me as a horse, I love that shit. Thank you so much. uh Rehab was supposed to be, yeah, it's like BoJack Horseman. Literally just BoJack Horseman. Uh so good, yeah. Evening art is always such a treat to see. Yeah. I always forget to use hashtag. Yeah, don't forget to use it if you make fan art or somebody. Of course, it's not a bad thing if you forget. I forget too all the time. Quick question because I remember helping Mies with this. Am I supposed to be able to see stuff in your part info channel? Or are you waiting for a ref sheet? Oh, you guys can't see anything in there? Genuinely? Oh, my bad. Hold on a second, guys. Let me fix that. You should be able to. Oh wait, no, I just don't have anything in there. I totally forgot to like make posts. I completely forgot to fill that channel in with like Paro information for my fan artists. Now that you say, why did I get rid of that? Am I stupid? What's wrong with me? Chat, I might be stupid. I might be actually freaking dumb. I don't know why I got rid of that. Where did I put my stupid thing then? My ref sheet. Here, I'll post my ref sheet real quick. Here's my ref sheet. And I'll even post my my Paro 2.0 model ref sheet if you ever want to draw that as well. It's this one. Those are the ref sheets for both my models. There you go. Sorry, thank you for pointing that out. I literally, you know what? I think I wanted to put something in there for like ever, and I just forgot, and I never got around to it. So just like literally today was like the random day where I got reminded to put something in there. Sorry, guys. Okay. No, I think I got rid of stuff in there because I wanted to like revamp it and make it. I'll probably go back around and like actually set it up properly because I think I got rid of this stuff in there when I was making my 2.0 model and I wanted to update how it looked. But I'll probably go back in there and like actually update it. But saying that, I'll probably forget again before I get around to it. So sorry. I'm so sorry. Thank you for reminding me, Goofy. Really appreciate that. I'm such a failure of a streamer. I'm so stupid. Bangs my head against my fist. Stupid. Stupid. I'm so dumb. I'm a failure, but my data never amount to anything. I'm so stupid. I can't even put references in my own reference channel. Fuck. I'm so stupid. Just kidding. No, I think that's a really good like design language to have all throughout this character's like design, or all throughout this character's like outfit is to have like these like little like triangles. I think that looks good. I don't know. I like that. That's weird. I fuck with this shape a lot. I don't know why. I just decided, hey, I'm gonna put like these like little teeth on her pant leg. But you know what? That's interesting. I don't know. VTubing is so much juggling. Yeah. For the VTubers and even non-VTubers, if you guys just enjoy watching VTubers as well, here's a question for you guys. What do you really enjoy about VTubers? What do you really enjoy about being in a community, in a VTubers community? What are some things that you like and dislike about, like, just things you've noticed in other communities or whatever? Like, say, like, so and so's, you know what? Don't name drop, but like, in so and so's community, I really like that they do this, you know? It's a very broad question. Or no, yeah, no, it's a very broad question, but I like hearing what you guys think about certain things. I think cultures of VTubers are more niche and nerdy / anime focused than flesh tubers, which is more my style. Yeah. I like all the art and designs I get to see. Yeah. Some people are just so creative. It's so nice to see. I also like to see how much VTubing culture differs from the Western side of the internet versus in Japan, where it's more akin to like idol culture, and in the Western side of things, it's just similar to more how they treat just regular streamers on Twitch or on YouTube, with some of that Japanese culture like mixed in as well. I think it's cool to see. I think the designs are always fun, especially for indies. Exactly. It's always so well, I can make myself do this. Sorry, I'm sorry. Is that too much? With mouse tracking, I can do some pretty crazy things with my face. Yo, it's like that Anka. It's like that Anka video. You guys remember that? Oh yeah. Was that a Zone animation? I don't think it was. It was someone else. Courage to Cowardly Dog. Sorry, I'll stop. That's fucking annoying. Yeah, it feels like it's more distinctive internet celebrity compared to industry celebrity. That's right. Courage to enter mural or something. Stupid dog. Guys, I love people. Oh, God, Courage the Cowardly Dog was such an underrated piece of media, and I can't believe they disguised that fucking cartoon as a kid's as a kid's show. It's one of my favorite pieces of mixed media cartoons growing up as a kid, because like they got into some like crazy fucked up shit in that show, and I didn't appreciate it too much as a kid because like it was scary, but as an adult, God, them people in that were making Courage the Cowardly Dog were some creative ass mother truckers, I'd say. It freaked me out. I gotta watch it now that I can handle the scares, dude. Even as an adult, that shit's so scary. I can't believe Nickelodeon aired that fucking during the day when kids were actually watching cartoons. That should have been, if that aired today, that'd be like a fucking like Adult Swim show. That'd be like on after Smiling Friends or some shit. Like that is not. Dude, Flapjack was also weird as fuck. Yeah, exactly. Pendleton Ward. Didn't he work on that? And then he ended up making Adventure Time soon after the show ended. They were determined to traumatize us. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to draw the legs. I'm having a fuck time. Let's draw another character. I grew up in Canada, which a lot of you guys will probably know. I am Canadian, but I wasn't born in Canada. I was born in the Philippines, but not that it matters. But I grew up watching shows that are a lot different from what Americans would have seen growing up on like Nickelodeon or like Cartoon Network. Instead, we had like networks called Family, which is the Family Channel, which was the Disney Channel equivalent in Canada, and we had YTV, which would have been the Nickelodeon equivalent in Canada. But God, did I ever wish to fucking did I ever wish to not really watch any Canadian cartoons? Because I don't know, as a kid I was so tolerant, and I only realized that now because like Canadian cartoons were so shit. I'm saying this now, but as a kid I tolerated that shit so much because I really just wanted to watch like anything else. I had to sit through like 3 episodes back to back of Scaredy Squirrel and fucking Wayside and fucking Almost Naked Animals just to watch like, I don't know, Powerpuff Girls Adventure Time. That shit was so bad. And as a kid I just like fucking took it, and I'm like, why did I there's like nothing better on TV. Yvonne of the Yukon. I don't think I've ever seen a single episode of Yvonne of the Yukon. But we had Treehouse, which was like the PBS Kids equivalent, Canadian equivalent. But that shit sucks so bad. I don't know, guys. I mean, Martin Mystery wasn't too bad. Totally Spies was a Canadian cartoon that also aired in America, as far as I know, but those were Canadian cartoons that were pretty well received, I think. Totally Spies was also a Canadian cartoon that I think I think a few Americans have also seen. The showrunner for that show for Totally Spies, Amazing Spies, and I don't know, he had some good ideas. I don't know. Total Drama Island was the GOAT. Is that a Canadian cartoon? It is, right? It is. I've seen Spies. Yes, yes. I know all those. Martin Mystery kind of slapped, yeah. Martin Mystery to me was like a bit of a fever dream because I remember Totally Spies a lot more than Martin Mysteries. I kind of thought Martin Mysteries was just like a weird Totally Spies spinoff because of how similar some of the characters looked, and I'm like, I never connected it as a kid that it was from the same person, but they're in the same universe because they had a few crossover episodes, but I literally thought they were like the same characters but gender bent. I can see why you thought they had similar art styles. I just thought they were like a weird like crossover episode. That's it. And every time I saw, I'm like, why the fuck are they doing this for like more than one episode? That's it. I have no idea. I've seen Spies. I've seen on Twitter a lot of the cartoons that a lot of Canadian cartoons that I watched as a kid had a lot of like weird fetishy undertones that we didn't catch as kids, but now like a lot of people are like a lot of people are like rewatching their childhood cartoons and they're like, this is like so weird because they had so much like borderline like super fetishy stuff in it, but it may be like digging into the show like way too much, you know? But I kind of see what they mean by like, yeah, these shoners were just like really fucking weird. Because a lot of them had like foot fetish stuff, like poop fart stuff. That was probably seen as like, you know, innocent like just toilet humor, but at times it just got so excessive that it was literally like 90% of their jokes in some of these shows. And you just wonder like why did they put so much of that stuff in kid shows? Like do you think that like for some kids it was like an awakening for them? They're like, "Oh my god, they fucking saw that." And they were like it just like growing up as they grew up they ended up just like actually liking poop and shit. I don't know. I'd hate I'd feel so sorry if that was the case. You, you're a victim. You're a victim. You're a victim of early 2010s Nickelodeon, early 2000s 2010s Nickelodeon. It's like so you look back and see it's not really hidden fetishes. It's some of them are just so blatant. I remember they called their boss's mom, and even as a kid, I thought it was a little sus. Mm. I'm sure it was weird as it sounds, yeah. Oh, don't even get me started on just like their live action stuff. This is more of a Nickelodeon thing than anything. Nickelodeon was just like a weird fucking like network because of Dirty Dan Schneider. I know he had like a whole like documentary like exposing him. No, not a documentary, like a whole book, like Jeanette McCurdy's book and whatever. And what's that guy's name again? The guy who played Spencer on iCarly. I forgot what his name was. But yeah, no, he was a big problem. Hate that guy. The shows were amazing. I don't get me wrong. I enjoyed Dan Schneider shows, but the fact that the kids had to go through shit like that, just like, it's just terrible. And looking back at like some of the episodes where it's just like super strange, like iCarly in the cast just like getting like covered in like, I don't know, like salsa on their feet for one of their like live streams. I'm like, that's weird. That's really weird now that I watch it back. That's just so strange. And I'm like, oh, I feel, I'm so sorry that these girls had to go through that. Oh, that's awful. But you know, as kids, we just didn't think about that. You know, just like it just flew over our heads, and it was just funny. It was just really funny. Yeah, fun shows growing up, but now worth the trauma that they cause. Exactly. And don't get me wrong. Well, I don't think Dan Schneider is a terrible person, but that's not to say that he made some of the most entertaining shows during like the peak of like iCarly, Victorious, the one superhero show that he made. Like he had good ideas, but it was just like behind the scenes, God, that is a terrible man to work around, especially kids. Anyways, moving on from that. Do you guys like Nier Automata? You guys like Nier? Have you guys ever played Nier? Any of the Nier games? Nier Replicant? Maybe the first like maybe not the remake of Replicant, but like Nier Gestalt or just Nier Automata. You guys ever played Drakengard 1, 2, or 3? A lot of people say avoid 2, but like you're just a hater if you say avoid 2. It's the same people that are saying like avoid Dark Souls 2. Shut up. Play Drakengard 2. Who cares? It's not bad because it's not canon. It's not bad because it's a bad game. Play it because you like fucking Drakengard, bro. Shut up. I want to retry it. I love me Nier and Automata. That's the spirit. That's the spirit. Currently playing through like Nier Replicant on stream, and I haven't played that game on stream in a while, and I think I'm gonna like hop back into it fairly soon. But I didn't play them chronologically. I played Automata first, but I don't think like if you played Automata or Automata first, it it doesn't really ruin your experience in playing Replicant like right after. Like there are there's a lot of references because it's in like the same timeline, but Automata happened so far into the future that even like if you weren't paying attention to the story of either game like too deeply, it probably doesn't matter too much. But even playing them like out of chronological order, it's so cool to see some of the things that you remember from like near Automata that you see near Replicant and you're like, wow, that's where that came from? That's so cool. I just like shit like that in a game. That's so fun. And it's definitely like one of my biggest inspirations when it comes to like me wanting to like make my own narrative about like I don't know, I've always wanted to make my own uh world building narrative surrounding something along the lines of like um technological decay and like some crazy like psychological like stuff that they handled in Near Automata. I want to write something like that. That's so cool. It's such a big inspiration for me. I want to retry it. Paro, would you happen to have a good ref for your eye symbol? Okay, literally, it's this. I'll draw it for you right now because it's like, or I can, or I could just zoom into my eye. And you can take a screenshot. You know what? I'll just zoom into my eye. And you can take a screenshot. Look at this. Ah, look at it. It's a what is it called again in Black Belt in Black Butler? It's the Faustian symbol when you make a pact with a demon. There you go. You can take a screenshot. You probably took a screenshot. There you go. It's just a it's like a butterfly in like a weird like little circle with like petals around a circle. It's literally just it's a butterfly in a flower in the simplest terms. No problem, Oofy. No problem. My pleasure. It's always nice to hear from chat that when I'm doing art streams, they're also drawing alongside with me. And it just makes me want to draw even more. Makes me even more motivated. To be honest, I always thought it was an Elden Ring rune. It does look like that. You're not the first one to say that either. I think Comfy said that like a while ago too. They're like, I thought it was like the Elden Ring thing. So, unintentionally, I've never played Elden Ring, but unintentionally, yes, it does look like that. For those of you maybe thinking that it was a reference to the Elden Ring rune, it's not. Sorry, I've never played Elden Ring. I would love to, but it's actually a reference to Black Butler. And also because my past life, Bath, also had a similar looking eye, or a similar thing with their eye, but it was more of a pentagonal hex instead of a butterfly. Because they were an actual demon. So I wanted to use that as a reference to my past life. I had started Island. I had Star Sand Island open, but seeing people draw just gets me itching to draw too. Hell yeah! Huge, huge, huge. I dare say. I hope you're enjoying playing Star Sand Island. I know that you played that your last stream, and I was lurking in that stream too. So it was fun to listen to you. I wasn't chatting too much. I'm not too much of a chatter unless I'm like not actually doing anything while I'm watching. Well, let's give her like normal human ears, whatever. Actually, no. Reject tradition. Go with elf ears. Yes. More elf girls. Yes. My beautiful long-eared elf girls. Yes. Yes. How could I say no? How could I choose anything other than elf girls? There's one thing you should know about Parokia. Is that they love a good elf girl. Top five elves, go. Marseille, Frieren, uh, 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 what's another elf girl? Would you consider Hylians as elves? Like from Legend of Zelda? Would you guys consider that as an elf? They're not really elves, but they just have long ears. I really like Skyward Sword Zelda. That's probably one of my favorite Zelda designs ever. Skyward Sword Zelda. I don't know, I can only think of three. I'm sorry, guys. Maybe I'm not a real elf fan. Maybe I'm a fraud. Might be a fraud, guys. It might be a fraud. I need more monies. My house is too small. Get the monies. The way you draw long ears is so pretty. Thank you. Thank you. I know I'm in such a mood to draw like elf girls, but I think it's because I've been listening to this like I might put you guys on some peak if you don't already know this YouTube channel. But I've been listening to a lot of this particular YouTube channel's music called Hegali. Let me see if they're on Spotify actually. I'll put some of their music on. Oh, they are. Awesome. Yes. Um I've been listening to a lot of this artist's songs, and they're named Hegali or Hegali, and they make a lot of like um fantasy inspired like music that you would probably like hear from like fantasy anime or whatever. And I've just been really into like listening to their music lately, and I'm like, I want to draw elf girls now. But I highly recommend it if you're like, they're just like um they're just ambient music. It's just like it's good background music. And a lot of their songs have lyrics too, but it's in a made up language. And that's one of my favorite things in like in songs. That's why I really like Nier Automata's like soundtrack is that it has the chaos language, right? And this one has like its own made up language, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. They made lyrics in a made up language. I know, probably just need more elf girls in media. I agree. I agree. I agree. Popularize elf girls. I say. Making up a made up language just for the raw beat of it. That's literally what it is, and I love that about what they did here. Yeah, just take a listen to this, guys. I think a lot of you would really enjoy it as well. me when the beat fucking hits and I genuinely reach a flow state. Sorry, I've been so quiet lately. Well, everyone's having a good time watching the stream though. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. Sometimes Pyro's just gotta focus a little bit, you know what I mean? Have you heard Mommy's theme from Madoka? It also has a made-up language in Ghost Heart. You're not gonna believe this. I have a whole playlist of the Madoka Magica soundtrack, along with the Nier Automata playlist and the Nier Replicant playlist in that same, or the Nier Replicant Nier Automata soundtrack in that same playlist. And I literally named it. I literally named it like soundtracks with made-up languages or something like that. And I use it as my my drawing playlist because it's just so good. Nothing brings me so much more inspiration. But yes, I need more music like that in media because it's so good. It's so good, chat. I'm not gonna give her boobs. Fuck you. I hate boobs. Just kidding. I love boobs. Don't get me wrong. I love boobs, chat. Boobs are so freaking epic and amazing, but maybe not for this character. Maybe I want her like heavily clad in iron plating. That it's just like that you can't even see her boobs. And that's just, that's just beautiful. Sometimes in character design, you don't even need to see a lady's boobs to appreciate her. She's just when she's just heavily clad in iron plates. I think it's just much better. I think it just makes you appreciate her even more. I think we need to forego just like revealing designs in anime and in character designs and just put everyone in iron plating. I'm a visual. What are boobs? I'm a visual learner. True. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm saying, if the ladies aren't in heavy iron plating, then what is the point? Maybe I want to be, save. Maybe I want to be the damsel in distress instead. Maybe I want to be the one being saved. There's not enough lady knights, like a knight in shining armor, but it's just a lady. Need more of that. Fantasy novel writers, make it happen. Thank you. Paroki, I would appreciate that. And I'll give you, well, I don't have money. So I'll give you like a high five and I'll buy your book because I think that'd be awesome. That you made a book because I asked for that. And make sure there's a lot of like visuals in it too, like illustrations of women in you know what, I'll make the art for you. You know what, if you want to be a fantasy novel writer and you need an artist for the visuals, I'll fucking do it. I love drawing armor. That's one of my favorite things. And if it's beautiful women and iron and semi-historically accurate iron plating, medieval armor, you kind of artist, baby. My going rate is, you know what? I'll do it for the love of the game. I'll do it for the freaking love of the game. What happened here? Oh. What happened? What the fuck? Why is it suddenly like so much darker? Beautiful. Amazing. This song loop? Hold on. Chat me like an actual thing. Let's do this one. See you, horses. Gotta go to class. Enjoy class, Rumer. Thank you for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day. Bye bye. See you. Peekaboo, hello Distilled, how are you doing? Alright guys, I've just been locked in right now. Decided to get out of bed finally, it took an hour. We've been streaming that long already? It's already been 2 hours, holy shit, time flies. Well, good morning to you, Distilled. What are you up to today, huh? What is Distilled Water up to? What do they have to do today? Thought my stream was muted because of how locked in you're. Yeah, I'm sorry, I wasn't really talking. Yeah, I was very locked in. I want to make a cool design for this characters, but other than hands, honestly, you guys, the one thing that I struggle with the most in character design is like legs. Like anything to do with like the lower part, the lower half of the body, I just seem to struggle with it quite a bit. I woke up at 4 p.m., so I guess I'll be building. Ooh, more Minecraft. Huge. It looks really good already. Thank you. I really appreciate that. A lot of my character designs have like are like sort of like disembodied. Like their lower half is just not existent. Just funny to see a lot of the time. Make a sword. I love drawing weapons also. One of my favorite things is to make up like a nonsensical like weapon design and then like draw it. I'm just gonna draw a sword here, like a very simple like yeah, two-handed sword. A Zweihander. Very beautiful, simple design, you know? The sheath is like right there, you know? I don't have to do too much actually, because they're not gonna see that anyways. You know when you try to draw chibi and the character has massive boobs, you got some choices before you. I got some choices? Hey? Oh, I see what you mean. Dude, that is quite the feat, I'd say, honestly. Drawing a chibi character with big boobs. Uma Musume does a good job with that. Actually, a lot of their characters have huge boobs, but when they do their chibi designs, they literally just like it looks so weird sometimes, but it works. It works for their designs. I think works really well for their designs. I should look at how they do it. Yeah, it just sort of like protrudes out of their body. The best way I could describe it. It's funny to me. I think that works. Fuck it, I'm done with this one. I'm gonna move on to a different character design. Actually, no, I think her head is a little bit too big. Change it a tiny bit. There we go. That's more proportionate. But because I have her body turned like slightly, that's fine, whatever. Let's move these gals out of the way.
Surreal ENVT subscribed to your channel for 13 months.
Please tell me everything about this. Thank you for the 13 months in a row, Sariel. Just got home and holy moly, peek what's going on here. I'm just sketching. Honestly, there's there's really not much going on with these characters. I'm just like pulling these designs out of my brain. I'm like, I really want to draw. I really just want to draw some elf girls, some in armor, some not so much. But you know, nothing really happened. I'm not really working on anything specific. Just drawing characters, you know. Just thought I'd incorporate some armor designs in my studies today. Hello Ufi, hello Ryan. I respect it heavy. I love elves, Christmas or otherwise. I'm drawing Paro's boob squish right now. Oh my goodness. Be sure to show me later, Ufi. Yeah, be sure to show Sariel later. Don't forget to show me as well. But hopefully you had a good day at work today. Sar, nice to see you in chat. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day, work or otherwise. No, I kind of don't want her to have that pose. I'm gonna nerf her ass. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna nerf her ass. I just felt it just doesn't fit all that much. Nice one. Thank you, Sar. The arch be crazy. Hold up, Chad, hold up. We're gonna fix this. I give her a longer torso so she's more proportionate. I don't know what the hell I was thinking there. Make this head smaller as well. I feel like with the head size I have right now for this character, it's much too big. Oops. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, wow, wow. Love. There's like a hoodie that I'm making. It's like it looks like her hair, but it's actually like the cat ears are part of a hoodie. Alright, I feel like I haven't talked for too long. I haven't talked for so long, I feel like I should explain what I'm fucking making here. That this stream is actually semi-interesting. I'm sorry, chat. Hold on. This character, I'm I'm imagining this part of her is like a hoodie, and then she's like wearing it as you do with hoodies. I'm really bad at explaining what is going through my head. And then there's like these teeth that come out from the hoodie, or like it looks like that, I guess. And then it's pretty cool. That's what it's like. And then she's like a cat almost. She's doing an iconic cat pose as cats do. We call this in the industry the iconic cat pose. We don't, and I'm not in any industry. Feels very cyberpunk. Kind of what I'm going for. I don't know. It's like a mishmash of stuff. I just threw something together. That's threw something. I don't freaking know, guys. When designing a character, it's best not to think about what. It's best not to think about what the design is even about, and just fucking go for stuff that looks interesting. Such as this. I don't know. I think it's interesting, but I have no fucking idea why she might look like this. She has no lore. She's just a blank canvas, and I think that's good enough. That's why it's a sketch. It's something that you can build more on if you really like the fucking design. Have her tail going in between her legs. Best not to dwell on the details too much, because then your mind gets foggy, and then you're like, oh my god, I'm thinking about way too many things when I'm designing, and I just don't want to, just don't know what to do anymore. But loose. Keep the pen loose. Keep the mind loose. Keep it all loose. Who knows? Maybe I'll design some peak. Or maybe it won't. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm doing. I think that's pretty cool. I like the sort of like jagged like design that she has. Going on. That's pretty cool. We even give her like an X on her thing. I feel like my best designs come without too much forethought. Yeah, just let the pen go and you'll come up with some peak designs. So when you think about it too much, I feel like you just don't get as much work in to your design as you would when you don't think about it. Because your brain's like way too busy hashing out all the small details that you fail to even see the bigger picture before you finish it. Because oh my god, this like little thing is not in the right place, and you fix that, and you spend like 30 minutes trying to get that part of the design right, and you're like, well, you've used up so much energy in that one little design that 90% of the characters not even done, not even finished like being made, and you like, you know. Move on to some more designs. We have some more space down here. Maybe we'll do some more like some more dynamic poses. I'm not too good at dynamic poses. Maybe I'll mess around with that a little bit more. Or if this is a boring stream, but hopefully you guys are just enjoying like watching in silence or listening to the cool music that I have in the background. If I knew, honestly, I'd probably talk a lot more if I actually knew what I was doing. Or like even this is the problem with me, guys. See, I've hated doing art streams for like the longest time because like whenever I watch people like in their art streams, they like sometimes they like to talk about their process or whatever, I don't know. And then when I try to do that, I'm like, dude, I don't fucking know what I'm doing. I'm just drawing. So sometimes most of my art streams are just like me blabbering about blabbering on about like what I saw on the internet like yesterday or something, or like what I had to eat, or some funny stupid story that happened when I was a kid. But sometimes people come to the art streams to like learn about art. And like I said before, I'm like the worst person to learn art from. Maybe it's just imposter syndrome, I don't know. But chat, I don't know what I'm doing. And that's okay sometimes. Nargile is one of my favorite artists to help you feel more dynamic. Ooh, I'll check them out. I am enjoying it a lot. I appreciate that, Riri. I feel it. I usually have a sketch done before for my art streams because I'm so bad at talking while focusing on designs. The thing with me is like sometimes like this is a really good day for me. Like for it, like in terms of an art stream, I actually have like a few sketches on my canvas. Like this is a really good day. A lot of the time when I do art streams, I barely get done like one sketch until before I'm like, okay, I'm bored, or like it's just not hitting, or I'm just not hitting the flow state. And then I like move on to play a game because I feel unsatisfied with like the content of the stream. But like I said before, sometimes I also get like my brain fog is like getting too much, and I just can't put anything meaningful on the page because I focus too much on like the small stuff and not just like drawing what I need to draw, which is just like literally everything else. It's about hitting that flow state a lot of the time. Like sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. And a lot of the time I don't when I do art streams because I'm not only am I focused on uh like the art but also like I want to make my streams like semi interesting when I do art streams because I have to talk, and when I do draw, that's not on stream. I who am I talking to? Like genuinely. So it's like getting used to like having your pen moving while you're talking and like just getting used to that is is a big challenge for me. But you know, the more I do these art streams, the more I get comfortable in in doing just that. Also, another issue that I face is having a cohesive thought and like as well. A lot of the time when I start on a topic while I'm doing these art streams or while I'm drawing, I immediately lose doing what I'm doing right now is such a big challenge for my brain because I have such like a bad attention thing that I have to take I feel out of breath talking and I have to take breaks in between so I can like collect myself while I'm drawing so I actually stay on track of what I'm talking about because I just don't want to keep rambling. Nevertheless, I think I've improved a lot in terms of like doing these art streams versus to before where I was just like scared to do them at all. Because a big reason why I just want to do them is because a lot of people say that they find my art streams really interesting, and I do really well when I do art stream. Do when I do actually do art streams, they do really well. And a lot of people tune into them, and I'm like, you know what? I'll get over my fear and just stream art. Because even if I'm not interesting, it seems that it seems that my community just enjoys watching me draw, regardless if I have anything interesting to talk about. And if I do have something interesting to talk about, it's a big bonus. But I just had to get over like feeling pressure to talk about anything at all. You know what I mean? Haro VT top viewers. Ben. There we go. Sorry. I'm feeling the flow state here. Nice. That's what I like to hear. It kind of feels like drawing in public with a sketchbook at a cafe. I'm so bad at doing that. That I can probably never do. I don't got that. I don't got that in me. Drawing in public? Ooh. Oh boy. I used to do plein air sketch plein air painting before, but I had to make sure like I was in a very like how do I say like secluded area. Because if you guys didn't know, like as much as I love doing as much as I love doing character designs, it's not what I originally started doing. Well, yes, but my true love is like background art. I love doing that stuff. A lot of the stuff that I do for Never Live is background art. Actually, I haven't done that in a while though, because I've been really focused on making my my character designs a lot better. So I used to do a lot of like plein air stuff. Is that even the right word? Plein air? I think it is. I just called it like painting, painting on the bus, or sketching on the bus, or sketching on the way to, or sketching on my lunch break. I don't know. Thank you for the streamer care package. I actually don't. Oh, do I have water? I do have water. I know it's a good exercise, but it gives me anxiety. Me too. Hella, hella anxiety. There's a lot of things that I want to get better at this year in terms of my artistic abilities. Like most of them are just like learning how to use different types of software for multimedia stuff. It's just building my skill set is always a goal for me. If I can learn like one or two things in the new year that I haven't had a chance to learn the year previous, I think it's a big win for me. For example, I'm learning how to use Vroid properly, even though a lot of people say that it's like not the greatest thing. It's a good place to start when you want to just make a simple 3D model, and I've been having a lot of fun doing it. And I'm not just gonna stop at Vroid because I do plan on like actually making it look like my 2D model art. And um, after I finish it, I plan on going at it a bit further in Blender and teaching myself how to alter the body in Blender. Because as you guys may know, Pyro doesn't have a typical humanoid design. I don't have feet. I don't have certain my joints are exposed and stuff like that. So um yeah, like if I can learn how to do like 3D stuff, it's a big win for me. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe later this year I'll do I'll do animation stuff because I haven't really had the chance to like dabble really deep into animation at all. Like frame by frame stuff, tweening. That'd be cool. That'd be fun. And of course, I'll do my best to stream those. But with that comes a lot of anxiety when it comes to learning a new skill and showing a lot of people while you're learning it because like learning new stuff is frustrating and I hate being frustrated in front of other people and I get demotivated when I get frustrated and I don't want to work on it anymore when I'm frustrated and I hate people seeing that. Because during my first Vroid stream, I was like, "Oh, this sucks. I'm so sorry, you guys." So I just like ended up playing like Truck Sim afterwards. But I figured if I'm gonna do like working streams like that where I'm learning how to do new stuff, um, like I'm just gonna do that, and it's just something I have to get over with. And I know it's not something you guys will ever put on me, like any pressure. You guys don't do that ever. You guys will never do that to me. It's always an intrinsic thing with me where I'm just really self-conscious about that sort of thing. It's an insecurity of mine for sure. But also I think it's a good learning experience for me as well, being able to make something interesting out of something new and taking that frustration and using that as a motivation to learn more about this while showing other people that I can do something new. And it's also cool to see that people are like seeing my stuff, see me learn these new things, and they're like, "Oh, I want to do that too," and I'm like, "Oh my god, that's that's so hype." I've seen some chatters that came to my like recent Vroid streams, and they're like, I've seen some chatters in like other Neverlivers chats, and they're like, Paro's like making a 3D model in Blender. That's no, in Vroid, and that's cool. People should do more of that. And I'm like, oh my god, please, that's enough. That's enough. I can only take so much. Your background art is so beautiful. It inspired me to want to get better at doing background art. Yeah, I really appreciate that. Thank you, and I'm very glad that you are wanting to make your art better because of it. With or without me, just if you're improving like every day, even a little bit, even if you haven't drawn in a while and you're still improving, it's a huge win. And I'm glad that it impacts people. Yeah. Showing your art in any way in such a vulnerable and open it is such a vulnerable and open thing. Yes. Actually, this is the first time I've been streaming for about almost 4 years now. So I'd say I'm still fairly new to the whole, like, I don't know, being a streamer and everything. But 4 years is a long time already. But this is actually the first time in those 4 years that I've been streaming that I've actually been wanting to do like art as a form of my content. Like I've been so insecure about like showing my whole process and everything because I was so afraid of being judged. And I'm sure you guys feel the same way about your art and openly doing it in front of like an audience. I'm sure it's a very common thing for a lot of artists. I don't want to make assumptions, but surely, right? But I think what helped with that and me getting over that sort of like insecurity is constantly being in a VC with like the Neverlivers and like drawing with them or working on stuff in call with them. Not even just talking, just like working alongside each other. Like, for example, recently, just yesterday, Mystic was working on a YouTube video of theirs. They were just editing. We weren't really talking to each other, but they were in call, and I just joined them. And I'm like, I'm just gonna be quiet, and because I noticed that they were quiet, I'm not gonna start talking to them. But you know, it's a big motivator for us to just be like to see that someone else is working, and it makes you want to work. So just like it's sort of like the parallel play thing. You know what I mean? It's just like seeing other people work and you wanting to work alongside is just a big motivator. And doing that so often like sort of got me like over my anxiety of like drawing with other people around. Because as a kid, you're like whenever you drew around other people, they'd come up to you and they're like, oh, can you draw this? Can you draw me? Can you draw my cat, my dog? I'm like, shut up. I don't want to draw your stupid ass dog. Leave me alone. I draw my boobs and butts. Just kidding. I never drew porn as a kid. That'd be funny though. I drew a lot of mecha. I think I've said that before. But they're like, oh my god, that's so cool. You know, I actually never did really well. I never did well in my art class in school. I was a terrible art student. Like terrible, terrible, terrible. I think that has to do a lot with my anxiety when it comes to showing other people my art when I was younger. Like I always just did art for myself, and whenever I had to submit my assignments for art class, it was always overdue because I just overthink things, and I'm just like, this isn't good enough. This isn't good enough. This sucks. So it's always overdue. But my art teacher was like, you're you're a very skilled artist, and I want you to get over that anxiety of yours where everything literally has to be perfect. Like you can just like it's something that I've have that I like that part of my like anxiety, that issue of mine still hasn't gone away. Yes, I've gotten more like comfortable with other people seeing my art, my process while I'm drawing, but the anxiety of like doing my art for others still hasn't gone away fully. It's an issue that I have when I do commissions, and that's why I don't do commissions anymore. It's so bad that I had to drop a lot of commissions because I'm like it was just taking so long, and it's just like I don't want people to wait, and uh I'm just so afraid. So if I'm ever doing something for other people, I just do as a trade because without the monetary thing, without putting the monetary value on my art, it it alleviates a lot of that like stress on me. Although it doesn't fully remedy it, but That's also another thing. Oh my god, I just keep piling on, right? Also another thing, I just hate putting a price on my art, and that's why I don't think I can ever do commissions as a viable way for me to earn money. And it kind of sucks because it's either I get over it or I just don't do it at all, you know? And that's why I don't that's why I choose not to do it, because it's just like if I want to do stuff for my friends, then it's just going to be a trader. Just I will just do it for them for free. I don't care. I don't want the money because I don't like putting a price on my arts. It's just a weird thing for me. Um YouTubing has always been a huge courage boost for a lot of hobbies for me. Yeah, I feel that's so hard. I also struggle with school because of that. It's such a strange thing. But I can understand it's a very normal thing for a lot of people. For a lot of artists. For a lot of people, not even just with art, but with things that things that they're just passionate about. You know what I mean? Just like if you really care about something, you want to be seen doing that thing well, right? You just want to be like the best that you can be. And maybe that's too high of an expectation to put on yourself. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to be the best. You want to be the best that you can be. And I feel like a lot of people like construe that's saying a lot as it meaning that you have to be the best without realizing that you is a big operative word for that phrase, because you don't want to be comparing yourself to other people when it comes to art. You ruin yourself pretty easily that way, and you start hating your art a lot more when you're constantly comparing yourself to other people. So as long as you're always improving, that's good. That should be good enough. Of course, everyone's goals in art are different. I don't want to put anyone in a box by saying what my goals are. Obviously, if you want to make a career out of your art, that's fine, dude. Like, go for it. But for me, it'll always just be a hobby. It's always just something that is going to make me smile. Um, but it's not an ideology that I want to push on other people. That is like, I don't know. If you like something that much, then you should have the freedom to make it into a career. But don't feel like you need to put yourself in a box just because you're good at something. You know what I mean? Like, subvert all expectations and just do something that you like just because you like it. And that's good sometimes. That's a good way to think about things. I really resonate with what you said, and I wish I knew what was wrong with me to get over that anxiety. Everyone else seems to do okay. Exactly. Like it's always a thing with that sort of like way of thinking, and I'm not saying that it's wrong. It is a very common human trait with everyone else seems to do okay. It, it's always thinking that it's always the pasture's always greener on the other side. You know what I mean? Like you want something that someone else has without taking into account that they also have their own struggles. And I'm sure that other artists also think the exact same way as you. Like I look at my friends and how talented they are to be able to do commissions and have that much confidence in their art to do commissions. And I'm like, wow, if I was able to do that, I don't know. Like I can't even fathom it, right? But then they go and say the same thing about me. So it's like it puts into perspective. It puts into perspective like everyone is literally in the same boat as you when it comes to like thinking that everyone seems to do okay. We're all in this, we're all in this together. Literally, like it's the same shit. So don't feel too bad about like that sort of thing. But I should really just drink my own medicine when it comes to that sort of thing as well. Because even though I say that, it's something I constantly struggle with is imposter syndrome. You know what I mean? I will say though, just because you don't hit a quota, as an artist, if you're an artist who regularly does commissions and you feel bad about like missing deadlines or something, just I hope you remember that you're not some sort of like factory or you're not some sort of machine. You're a human, and that's absolutely fine as long as you're able to communicate that you can't do something at a certain time just because I don't know some time constraints or like something happened. Don't feel bad as long as you talk about it, right? Um, Not being able to hit a deadline doesn't mean you're any less of an artist. You're a human being. That comes first, right? Sometimes shit happens. Sometimes, some mental stuff goes on that is out of your control, and that's okay. I have a book called Art and Fear, and I really like. I really like, but I haven't finished. But the small excerpts really helped me a lot with regarding my anxiety. Ooh, that sounds like a book that I would love to read as well. Sounds cool. Uh, helps me logic my way into practice rather than perfect or nothing. Exactly, exactly. Slowly chipping away at it is the way to go. Yeah, me, I yeah. Like I said, it's that's something that really uh made me struggle a lot in high school, and maybe some of you know this, maybe some of you don't, but I did go to an art school in college, and I dropped out after my first year just because it was something that I haven't fully like realized about myself is that uh I just wanted to make everything fucking perfect when I really didn't have to. But it also made me realize a lot of things about myself that I probably wouldn't have if I didn't go to art school for that very short amount of time. I'm not saying I'm an expert just because I went, right? Obviously I'm not. I'm a fucking dropout, right? But um made me realize a lot of things about myself. One, I probably won't see myself like working in an art studio in any like in in a traditional way, I don't know. Just because I struggle heavily with deadlines, stresses me out. And two, not even just about myself. I just think that art schools are a big scam. And do with that what you will. I'm not trying to force you to think that if you want to go to art school, right? Like, and by me saying that, it's gonna demotivate you. I say if you want to go, go. Like, um, if it's an opportunity that you're that and you want to really go into it, do it. But personally, I think they're a big scam. I'm sorry, but here's why I say this. All the time, most of the time, 95% of the time, art schools, anything that you learn in an art school is literally something that you can learn for free online if you're really just if you're that willing to teach yourself. And that's sort of like the mantra that I've started going with after I dropped out. And that's why I want to teach myself new things now for free and on my own pace is um the only thing the only thing that art school can really give you is connections immediately into the industry. And if that's what you want from that, then go ahead. But I'm telling you this, there's nothing that you will learn from art school that you can learn by yourself if you're just willing enough to learn it. Hello, Anya. How are you doing? It is me. I was kind of mourning, feeling like I can't work in a company with my art because of my issues. But I remember Mossy said that she thought it'd be a shame if my art ended up being used for stuff like that. I never thought about it in that perspective. One idea of success isn't everyone's. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't want to anyone put anyone down if they really want to go into art school. Just because I say because of a personal opinion of mine. Like, if you really want to go, I highly encourage you to go. Uh, take precedence within your own life and go for it. Don't listen to other people. If you really want to do something, then go do it. Right? But I will also be willing to share my experiences with something that I've dealt with before and what I think about it. How are you doing today, Wanya? Doing okay. Just got done with classes and crying because one of my favorite music duos announced an in-depth hiatus. No, I'm so sorry. That sucks. It sucks, man. The heck? I hate hearing stuff like that. Not really a hiatus, but they just disbanded. I was sad when the band Pillows that did the soundtrack for Fully Cooley disbanded earlier last year or 2 years ago. Was it last year? I think it was last year. Earlier last year. I was very sad about that. I love Pillows. I think for me, I was hoping art school would help me discipline myself for skills I wanted, but it just made me struggle. Yeah. Same with me. I struggled so much. And I didn't even get like the secondary benefit of like connections in art school at all, just because I'm a very introverted person and I don't go out of my way too much with um meeting new people. Although I'd like to say that I'm a bit more of an ambivert now. Like I will talk to people when they come up to me, but I didn't actively like go out of my way to be like, hey, do you guys wanna, I don't know, hang out after school? Because I don't know, it's just like, it's not my thing. Nor did I make any connections with my professors at all. It was Kalamiko who are on an indef hiatus. They did the opening for Azoken. I have no idea what that is, but oh, I'm sorry. That sucks, man. For what reason? Just because they want to? Usually, like for stuff like that, it's like they want to work on like their own solo stuff, right? But how come they wanted to go on a hiatus? That sucks. I tried to force myself to connect, but they just ended up being unrecognizable contact numbers that I never call. Yeah, same with me. They kind of had their own thing going on. That's so sad. I went to art college for a month before dropping out. It's just not for everybody, honestly. Yeah, the one with the three girls, they went on a hiatus through their own stuff right now. Yeah, that's too bad. But I hope that they're happier this way, and maybe there's a chance that they will come back since it's just indefinite. You know, there's a chance that they're still willing to work with each other again, and shouldn't lose out on hope when it comes to that. But I think another factor that really just made me struggle a lot in oh, and I was thinking about this like very recently is I didn't have a good support group when I was going to college, like at all. I didn't have any friends. I moved into a new city and I didn't have a support group. So it was just me. It was just me in my head in an echo chamber. Whenever I got home, I would just be by myself, right? And thinking back, if I had the support group that I have now, constantly motivating me, constantly like encouraging me, helping me out with issues that I have, I feel like it would have gone a different way. But that's something that I don't like to dwell on, but it's just something that I think about sometimes is because I just really wasn't in a good headspace. And since I didn't have friends during that time, I struggled a lot. And I think it's just important, super important, to surround yourself with people that that are there to help you out and you can help them out, stuff like that. I don't know. That's why it's something that I'll never take for granted is the support group I have now. I was able to make more friends despite my insistence sometimes on not talking to people, you know. And the reason why I don't like to dwell on it because it already happened. Like there's no use on thinking about like what could have been when you could just keep focusing on stuff that you're doing now. And you know what? Given what happened and all that stuff, I'm doing pretty good for myself. I'm doing something that I still enjoy doing. I have a group of friends that encourage me, and I encourage them, and I still get to do art, and I'm constantly learning new shit every day, and I'm very happy about that. Let me read up. Yeah, I hope so too. I hope I can see them get back together and make stuff. Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I'm sure it's very difficult to work creatively in a group all the time. I think if my college didn't have a fighting game scene, I wouldn't have made friends here. I'm so introverted unless I know you, share interests with me. Exactly. Like I'm not gonna waste my time if I don't know. That's just me. If I know it's not gonna go anywhere, right? And I don't mean that in like a romantic sense. I mean that like if we already don't share a lot of interests together, I'm not gonna force the friendship. You know what I mean? Like I already have a hard time making friends. Like if you don't have anything in common, then I'm sorry. I'm just like I'm not gonna waste my brain energy. And that's not a you thing. That's a me thing. You in the rhetorical sense of like anyone new that I'm encountering. I dropped out of engineering and animation. It sucks I couldn't do better, but you know what they say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Exactly. It's good to not dwell on things, but it's good to remember what you learned from it as well. And I feel like and there's so many examples of this as well. Uh College degrees have increasingly lost so much merit in the professional world that sometimes honestly, most of the time honestly, um what gets you a job is having connections and not the skill set that you learned from school. And it sucks. It really does suck that that's the case a lot of the time. I wonder if I could finish my fan art before Para ends stream today. No pressure though, of course. Do whatever is comfy for you. Nepotism, baby, gotta love it. Exactly. Yeah, I think I'll be drawing for a little bit longer. I just want to do more. I just want to do enough that I can fill the page here. I've never been able to fill a page, but you know, go at your own pace too, Ufi. Don't worry about it. Really happy they decided to make some arts about me. How am I gonna do this? It's like this. I think of a cool design for her top. Just draw lines or whatever. Literally just draw lines or whatever, see what works out. But what about you guys? I want to hear like if everything worked out for you with school, with what you're doing now in the future, say like a decade or maybe like 7 years from now. If everything works out, where do you see yourself in the most ideal place that you possibly can be? Realistically, not like, oh, I'd be living in a big old mansion in Beverly Hills with like 5 supercars. Realistically, I'm not saying that's not possible, but realistically, in the ideal sense, where do you want to be? Say like, I want to work for an art studio. I want to be, a famous VTuber or something. Like I want to have like 1 million subscribers on Twitch or YouTube or whatever. Like that's what do you think would if everything works out? In terms of YouTubing, I think I dodged both by things not working out. I applied to Niji a year before Explosion and also Free Shoujo a year before Explosion. Ah. But that is to say that things are still working out for you. Um, unless you're okay. I'll preface by saying this. Unless you're already happy with how things are going, then you can say that. However, in the ideal sense, with how things are going now, where do you see yourself being? And if you still want to do this, if you have given up on VTubing, if you're already pursuing something else along with VTubing, say like a professional career in, I don't know, like you want to be a doctor, right? You're pursuing like your medical studies, for example. I don't know what you guys are doing IRL. Surrounded by more friends, hopefully. That's good. That's a good one. I honestly learned a lot from that. Made me rethink how I see the industry, and rethink how I want to approach creating. I don't want to do what's necessarily traditionally successful. Exactly. Career-wise, being a paleontologist and a VTuber are making some form of content still. Oh, nice. See, I like that. I like that a lot. I like all of these. These are good. It's good. It's to get that sort of insight with you guys. Cool to keep it realistic. Also, well, there's nothing wrong with aiming really high. If you really want to have a mansion in Beverly Hills, there's nothing stopping you from doing that. Of course. Who am I to say that you can't achieve that? If one of you do, I'll shut my mouth. I plan on being a paleontologist since the second grade. I'm not giving up now. Oh, I'm excited for you. I'm rooting for you, Wanya. I really am. I hope it all works out. I think for me personally, where I see myself in 7 years from now, maybe 5 years from now, I'd still want to be enjoying content creation. I think in the ideal world, if everything works out with how I'm leading my life, and it's not much. I don't want to get too fucking sad or anything, but um, with how things are going, I think I'd still want to be in love with content creation as much as I am right now, despite being broke, despite you know recovering from a really bad year. I still want to be in a position where I'm in love with like making making videos, making arts, making stuff like that. I've always thought of like if I'm not doing that stuff, if I'm not like drawing, if I'm not making content, then I've really like lost it. Like I've really like fell out of love with a lot of my ideals that I hold super close to myself. And something went horribly wrong. I hope Never Live becomes something bigger. That's one of my hopes as well. Actively I'm actively like seeking out a future in where Neverlife can be a recognizable brand as well, where people see it and they're like, "Oh my god, you're a Neverliver," you know, as cringe as that sounds. I think it'd be fun. Um, is it realistic? I think it is. With the talent that everyone has, people may come and go, but that's all right. I always talked about this. I think I'd like to see at least if Neverlife had their own convention. I feel like I can say that they've made it. I think that's a good like goal to work towards. Um, it should. I'm about done with college and then taking a break before the hell that is grad school. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Maybe it's fucked up, but meeting a lot of people who also struggled last year made me feel less alone and as a result, better. I'm happy to hear that. You find camaraderie in people that are going through similar things as you. It's never a wrong thing, I think. Never a bad thing either. Oh, hold on. As for my self goals, though, I really just like to be more comfortable in my own skin. That's about it. Oh, I'd also like to win a major tournament for fighting games I play. I've gone top 8 before, but I haven't won yet. I am rooting for you. I'm rooting for you. You will get that top 3 placements, maybe even top 1. Any kind of group creative work is bound to have some issues. It's about being able to resolve them maturely together, and I think Neverlife has that. Only time will tell, I think. No group is truly immune from that sort of thing. People said the same thing about like V Shoujo, how it was the sort of the the good corpo, right? And then see what happened with that. And I think initially initially when it first started up, uh they had a lot of good things going, but as time went on, you know, some went wrong there with like how they ran things, and I don't want to get into it, but you know, all I'm saying is no group is immune from that. And I think everyone should think the same with every VTuber group. Thank you. Oh, best of luck. Hold on, let me see this. It's not gonna be easy considering the game I play has some cracked players. The person who wins all the major tournaments, basically Defiant Death, plays like every character in the game at a level where he can win majors. Oh my god. That's why I want to go somewhere with less creative control out of my hands. But I still want to work with other people who I can rely on. Exactly. Oh my god, did my thing run out of battery? My pen. I'm stuck looking up. Hello? What happened? Why are you looking up? Okay, there we go. I was stuck looking up. There we go. Very weird that it just stopped. My pen just stopped working for some reason. Contemplating your life choices, really looking up, real quick looking up. Yeah. I love the mouse tracking. This has made the whole like art, my whole art streams like a lot better now. Is being able to use mouse tracking. Because but the way I have my setup configured is that if I'm looking at my tablet, I will lose my phone tracking, and it's kind of I might as well use a PNG if I'm doing this. So like at least I can have my at least I can have my model on stream, you know. I made like a weird like plug suit character here. I don't know. I don't know what this is. Let's try our last character. Before I end stream and shoot my brains out. I'm kidding. Just blow my shit clean off, chat. Just blow my shit clean off. Don't do that, chat. Don't do that. Don't blow your shit clean off. That's not good. You're gonna blow your shit on stream? No, I'm gonna blow my shit clean off. Clean off. Clean off. Clean off. Clean off. Can I do like a bottom up angle? Like looking up at a character. Can I do that? Do I have the skill that it takes? Okay. You know like the Freerin like head angle looking up. I'm afraid if I do that, then it's gonna end up like that. I'm scared, Chad. I'm scared. Okay, maybe I'll try it. I don't know. Again, I'm drawing with like basically like no reference. So we're gonna try our darndest. And if I get too scared, I might just fuck. I don't want to do that. Fuck you. Fuck you, Chad. I don't want to do that. That's stupid and lame and dumb. I don't want to do bottom up head angle. That's for Pros. That's for people who know what they're doing. And me, my name is Paro, and I don't know what I'm doing. I never know what I'm doing. Nothing. Nothing, chat. Nothing. Nothing. Yeah, I came up with something cool. Of course not. Smirks. As if. Going insane, chat. I might be going insane. I might be going absolutely nuts right now. Hits you with my doofies? The hell? What the hell, dude? The fuck? What the fuck? Not cool at all. Imagine if a slimy red creature ran into your room and gave you a wet willy right now, Paro. I actually dreamed about that last night when I went to bed, I'm not gonna lie. And the fact that you just brought it up just is so fucked up because I'm still living through that trauma. I'm still living through that fucking grief of me like having having to imagine a red glistening creature run into my room and absolutely like stick their long bony fingers into my ears after they licked it. And yeah, it's just really really fucked up of you to say that. It's just like I'm just, you know, I'm like thinking about actually like banning you like so fucking hard right now, so better watch your next words. You better watch your next words, Ronia. Better watch it. I will kill you. In Minecraft. IRL. Just kidding. I'll kill you right now. Fuck you. Frick you, dude. I'm just kidding. How are you doing, Roni? Welcome in. I be drawing a little bit. I'm just drawing. We're drawing. We're getting a draw on. Drawing random characters from the top of my head. We should kill Roni low key. Even I don't think they deserve that. I got the satisfaction of doing that so many times last night. It was crazy. Anyone who was there at when Vika was playing Overwatch, I was playing Orisa, and Roni decided to be a dirty fucking like rat with a sniper rifle, and I'm just like, I'm not having that. So I just killed their ass like every single chance I got. Absolutely murked the fuck out of them, by the way. Just made their whole playing experience, playing Widowmaker, the most miserable thing ever. It was freaking the best thing ever. I'm not gonna lie, it was so fun. I'm still so mad. Cry about it, literally. Literally, cry about it, literally. Literally, freaking cry about it. I don't like this character. Fuck you, I don't like this character. I don't like you. Scared of you. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh yeah, I also watched the Hatsune Miku movie, the Miku Who Can't Sing last night with Roni, Grimmy, Mystic, and V-Rise. Roni was hyping up that movie for like the longest time, and then we finally got to watch it, and it was a lot of fun to watch. It was so fun. I had a lot of fun watching it and listening to all the music. There were so many things that Roni knew about in that movie that I was just sitting there. I was like, oh my gosh, so many little details that only a Project Sakai player would know about this. And she got it. It was like, what, your like fifth time watching it? It was a good movie. I highly recommend it to people who haven't seen it. What is this? Genshin Impact? Is it Genshin Impact? Someone else just started playing. What is this? It is. I think it is Genshin Impact. It is. It is Genshin Impact music. Yeah, Yu Peng Chen. Okay. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna play some Genshin Impact music. I haven't heard this in a while. I haven't played Genshin in a hot minute, chat. Oh no, I'm losing it, chat. I'm losing it. I'm losing my flow state. Flow state's gone. Flow state's. State's gone, chat. Flow state's disappearing. Where's it going? I'm making fucking Megamind over here. What is this? Reduce your head size. Fuck you. Oh, screw it. I'm done. I don't know. I'm gonna call it there, chat. I'm not gonna worry about that last one. Maybe I'll just make a Paro here. Paro real quick. Quick little Parokia. As a final drawing. Look at me, I'm so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Is that the artist that drew it all? Yes, I drew it all. That's me, I drew it all. And they got a fucking thing here. And then they got their thing here. They got their thing there. Oh my god, it's Paro, it's Paro. God, I'm so beautiful. I'm so anime. I'm the most anime character to ever do it. Me and Parokia. Okay, I'm gonna call it there, chat. I am actually so hungry right now. I want to eat some food, but let me save this actually. This is pretty good drawing. Nope. Okay, I'm gonna call it here, chat. Thank you so much for watching. Let me write into Sombo there, and then we can say goodbye for today. Let's read into Mystic. They're playing Behind the Doors. I think this is a new game that they're playing. I think they just started streaming as well. 19 minutes into their stream. Okay, let's start the raid. Let's start the raid. Let's start the raid. Go be nice to Mystic. Actually, not yet. I'm starting it now. However, make sure to follow me on my Discord if you haven't already joined my Discord. Make sure to go there. I talk to you guys a lot. If you want to share some cool art with me, you can share it there, or you can tag me, whatever. And you can also follow me on all my socials. It's in there. Follow me on my socials. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Twitch. I'm on TikTok. I'm on YouTube. Also, if you like this stream a lot, make sure to follow me. I love you guys. This was fun. This was a lot of fun. We got a lot done. I think in the 3 hours, almost 4 hours that we spent sketching. I really enjoyed just talking about like whatever again, as usual for these streams. I just like yap, which is just nice, you know. It's just really nice to be able to do that, and I'm glad you guys indulged me. And I indulged you guys as well. Anyways, I'll see you all next time. I'll announce my stream when I do stream next time. But for now, bye bye. Love you guys. See you. Take care. Be nice and Mystic.